orders for one of Nigeria's most popular street foods keeps this kitchen really busy.
Suya shawarma. Okay, we want the mix. Okay, we'll give you suya shawarma mix. It will be ready in 10 minutes, sir. Okay? Granted, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's all going according to plan for this entrepreneur who started a small suya business as a side hustle with less than $20 in 2018.
Whether you live in the north or the south or the east or the west of Nigeria, you know what suya is, you love it. It's one of those widely acceptable Nigerian dishes. So it started off as just a very simple idea. What can we do with suya? How can we find different ways to eat it? How can we find different ways to package it, to apply service delivery to it, to deliver it, to eat it at any time of the day, and that's when Suya Bistro was born. We found some space in Lekki. That was our very first branch. I brought in a suya man. We borrowed a grill. We bought some stock and ingredients from a grocery store right behind us, and we just started serving. And lo and behold, the business just started growing itself. We're selling suya, and then we're playing around with other kinds of dishes with suya at the core. So we have burgers, shawarmas, rice, crepes, waffles, so it's like a melting pot of all types of different dishes, but with suya at the core. And before you know it, the business just started growing, and it is what we have today.
With 12 operational outlets across 2 major Nigerian cities, it is an investment that's paying off. But what differentiates the customer experience from that of street suya vendors?
One, the packaging is different. We're not serving with, your regular recycled newspapers. We have our own local packaging that keeps the authenticity of what suya packaging typically looks like. But of course, it's clean, it's hygienic, it's exciting. Then the experience, you come into Suya Bistro and we're serving joy. You can talk to your malam, we talk to each other, we're playing music, you're getting cool and trendy service and good customer service. And the food as well, we just keep it innovative, we keep it different.
The novelty and authenticity of production is also a consideration that heightens customer experience, one that Olamide says didn't escape attention.
This is Baba Sani here.
Hello, Baba
Baba,
Sani.
how are you doing?
Thank you.
All right. Baba hails from Kano. He's been with us over 6 years now. Yeah, he was one of our earliest suya men.
So a really authentic experience.
Absolutely. So you can walk up to him, you talk, you have a conversation, you let him know which suya you want and whatnot. So there's certain things that we always want to make sure that we hold true.
Suya is one of Nigeria's most ubiquitous street foods. But what is the market data around it, demand-wise?
There's very little data out there on the Nigerian QSR industry, talk less of specifically for this cuisine, suya. So we've had to find our demand and understand the data ourselves. So if we apply that to Suya Bistro, of course, we've seen tremendous growth ever since we started. I mean, the business has grown leaps and bounds. We're talking 1,000% growth, over the last just 3 years alone. So what that means is there's definitely a demand for suya. What that means for the QSR industry, I mean, right now it's valued at about 250 billion nationwide, and it's growing at a rate of somewhere between 5 to 10%. Again, the data is not the cleanest, but it's what we know that we can work with. And being in that industry, seeing the growth trends, even if we just have 2% of that industry, that's something to speak largely about.
Scaling a thriving small business is just as intricate a process as getting it off the ground, a reality that deliberate strategy comes in very handy for.
So if you go to a typical Suya Bistro branch, you see that, we're smaller, we're more nimble, we have a lot of temporary structures like containers that we build on. And what that means is we're keeping our overhead costs low and we're able to apply more funds to the business to be able to grow. And that's something that we put in place from the very beginning.
They've certainly got the grill going, but what's next for this venture?
We want to make suya the next jerk chicken worldwide. So both in Nigeria and abroad. We've already launched in pop-ups in the US. We started last summer, so we're opening up there. And then of course we're expanding our reach within Nigeria as well. We've opened up in Oyo State. We're ready to open up in Abuja soon and go to Port Harcourt and other cities as well. So largely expansion, just sharing that joy across board.
Abby, all are we? For Arise News.